Okay guys, welcome to this increased engagement and retention. So this is our second live that we're running for this community workshop series. So what we're talking about here is we're not necessarily focusing our attention on platform specifics. We're looking at Facebook quite a lot because it's a community in there, and we also have the community built into Zenler as well. But it's very basic at the moment. However, we have a great new feature coming out. So guys, I want to just share my slide deck, and Kevin's going to be joining us. Actually, Kevin, pop up now, say hello. Hello, Kevin.
I'm here. How you doing?
Kevin's here. So guys, good to see you all. I've got 9 participants at the moment, but there's probably going to be some more dropping in. So this is going to be kind of an interactive series. We've got some recorded video. We've got some Canva template to give you guys that are in here, okay, with us live. You've got to be in with us live to get this. We're going to put the link into the description. We're also going to give you a couple of prompts, chat GPT prompts as well, that you can use. So that will be quite good for you for generating what we're going to do when we get to that stage. And so we're super excited. We've put all this together for you, specifically for you to grow your audience in and also nurture and engage your community. Me and Kevin are quite passionate on this, so we worked all this stuff out so that you guys can benefit from it. So I've got a slide deck I'm going to start with, and we've locked off the cameras at the moment, but we will be turning them on for you guys to join. We'll be turning them on a bit earlier, so Kevin, if I forget, just give me the kick. Yeah,
I'll give you
give me a kick.
Oi.
So guys, I'm going to present something now for you, and here we go. Right, so I'm going to introduce this first slide, and me and Kevin are going to take it in turns. We're going to be quite quick with this one, going through stuff, because we have a Q&A session at the end, but we want to keep this to just over an hour, probably at run time, so it's not too long, and you get these benefits of these freebies thrown in for you guys that are live with us. And it is really good to see you all. Crystal's back. Hi, Crystal. I'm glad we sorted out all the bits that we were sorting out. Sophie, Pauline, Oenka, Malaya, Geraldine. We've got Cheryl. We got B, and we got Kevin and me. So we're going to talk about increased engagement and retention. Now, this is a really, really big one, because it is all about engagement and retention in any community. So communities foster engagement, which is vital for course completion rates. When learners feel connected to others in the community, they're more likely to participate actively and complete their courses. This sense of belonging can lead to higher retention rates, as members are less likely to drop out when they have support system encouraging them. And this is really key. This is key to this whole presentation today. And it's this support system, and it's keeping people engaged, and also they get the support of other members. Now, you guys have probably had that in the group yourself. So if you've had that kind of thing happen to you in the group, where you felt maybe a little bit off, or you've had a problem and you've got it resolved by other community members. I'm not talking about Zenler, us, the Zenler educators, but people in the community. Have you guys had that? I know Oenka has, and Geraldine. Pauline has as well, but Pauline's in every workshop. So you guys feel that? Can you chat? Oh, but this chat's really slow lately. I don't know what's going on. It happened last time. Not quite every workshop. Not quite every workshop. You seem to be. You pop up everywhere. Arenka's in every workshop. Okay, right. Okay, so the next slide, Kevin's going to narrate for us and share his insights. So we're going to skip through.
Boom, boom, boom. Understanding engagement and retention. So engagement refers to the level of active participation, interest and interaction students have with the course content, instructors and peers in an online learning environment. It encompasses cognitive behaviour and emotional involvement in the learning process. So I think it's important just to break down what we're trying to achieve here. And we know when we go with a group of people in anything, right, people tend to do more. We know that. And I think, especially as course creators, we forget that part of it, which is what I really like about Zenler, that we can have the live classes and we can have the live interactive stuff, where a lot of course platforms don't have that, because it is a big deal. It's a big deal to be able to have that unscripted conversation with the people that are trying to learn from you. So that one is quite important. Retention, right? It's hard. It refers to the ability to keep students involved and actively participating. How many people have got loads and loads of people going their courses, yet their completion rate is quite low as far as the feedback is, or that they know? So we can track stuff in Zenler, we know that. How many people do you say afterwards? How many course completion emails do you get sent out? Because we can do that. How many of them go out? Do we know? How many certificates do you see where someone's completed your courses? The reason could be that your community is somewhat lacking, and therefore, going back to the engagement side of things, it encourages retention. And that's what we want. And both engagement and retention, they're critical for success of online learning, and they contribute to student satisfaction, achievement of learning outcomes, and overall program effectiveness. And this is all helped by an engaged community. And I don't think this is anything that people are unaware of. I just think sometimes it's easier not to do something because we put a label on a community that says it's hard work, or it doesn't produce me results. I've had a few conversations recently where people go, well, you know, you go into a community and you're just having a bit of a chat and a bit of a whatever going on. But every time you interact with someone in a community, it's intelligence that you gather about how your student feels, how your student is going through certain things within your course. And if you can understand that and get a feel for it, you'll understand whether they'll complete or not. And in the workshops I've run, and David, you probably will hopefully agree with this, I can pretty much tell from day one who's going to be there on day 5 by the end of day 1. And I can tell by how engaged they are, what they're doing, what they're encouraging others to do, or whether they're just really, really, really quiet, and then suddenly you don't see them on day 2 or day 3, and they've dropped off because they've not been engaged within that community for that particular training. So look back, think of it, think of those that have been on any of my trainings or David's trainings. It's true, you've noticed it as well, that there are people that have come in with you on day 1, but then by the time we've got to day 3, 4 or 5, they've dropped off. And you start to see a pattern of behaviour. And I think a lot of what we're going to be talking about over this one and the next one and day 4 of the communities is going to be about identifying and helping those people as much as encouraging the engaged ones.
Yeah, 100%. No, I 100% agree with that. And in fact, on those notes, we had a couple of people leave. So it's quite funny. So I know exactly the people that will stay here and be here at the end. Okay, I know them already in the group. So because they're people that turn up at the workshops and they do the work. And you know, this stuff, sometimes you're listening to it and you're like, oh, so I know that, I know this, I know that. But sometimes it's good to have it, have something said again, because I think we forget it. You know, we forget these things when we're looking after a community, even if it's our own community, and you've got to be sensitive to that. And things arise all the time. It's like in yesterday's one, there was a bit of confusion with a couple of people in there of why they were actually here and doing this thing. And, you know, I got a mail afterwards and I answered it and we're all good now, you know, but it was, it sometimes can be confusing, and you need this communication. So anyone emails me, and if I'm ever sharp with people and you email me, then I'll explain myself. And as long as you can explain yourself in a sensitive way, I think that's important as well. But as Kevin said, it's all about engaging with your audience. So maybe you're having a chat in your community, but those people are trusting you and they're telling people about you as well and bringing more people into your community. It all drives things through, you know. So brilliant. Let's move to the next one, and again, Kevin, you can jump in whenever you like. So here we go. Why are these factors important? So why is engagement and why is retention so important? Well, and the importance of engagement is enhanced learning outcomes, so leads to better understanding and retention of material. So you keep it in your head more if you're in a community and people are taking you through it, you know, because sometimes there's different levels of people that are learning different things that you're teaching, and some learn faster, some learn slower, some learn faster and forget faster, and others learn slower and remember longer. So there's people are all different, but it leads to a better understanding and retention of the material because you're talking about it, and people are if they don't understand anything, you've got a chance to tell them and connect with them. So reduces isolation, so fosters a sense of community among learners. Look, guys, we're all solo entrepreneurs, you know. We might have a partner around the house doing things, but generally we're in our offices and we're working alone, and it's quite a lonely place. And doing any lives or being part of a community really can help you and make you feel part of something, you know. And like, you guys are all part of Zenler, you're all individually experts at what you're doing, but you're using the platform. So this is our Zenler community is like a safe place for you to come along and air your grievances or talk about what you want to achieve. And other people will say, yeah, I've done that, and they can support you and help you, and it's a really good thing. So I think the reduction of isolation from a loneliness point of view and those sort of things is really good. So increases satisfaction, so correlates with positive student experience. So again, people are saying their good experience and their bad experience, and they are then getting increased satisfaction from that as well. So promotes motivation, definitely promotes motivation. We're always pushing you in the group. You know, ourselves at Zen are all saying, what did you do today? What did you do last week? We're asking you that all the time in posts that we put out. You know, what are your pain points? These are things that we're trying to promote and motivate you to move forwards. We do the workshops, so we try and get you to actually follow along with us. We're trying to do more interactive sessions so that you're completing something at the end. All motivates and all part of the community spirit. So importance of retention is sustainability of programs. So this is really important. If you've got old programs, you know, you've got old courses that you keep up to date, but they're old, or some of them you might have forgotten about, but they're still relevant. It's a really good thing. If people ask in the group and they haven't found that course or they haven't looked at that course, it's a really good way to keep that course active and to talk about it, to say this course will really help you, you know, even if it's an older course. And that goes with social media content as well. You should always be promoting even the older courses, not just the next best thing kind of thing. All right, so reflects course quality, indicates effectiveness and areas for improvement. That's great. You know, if you're running polls, if you're asking opinions on workshops, we do this all the time. We ask your opinion on how you like our workshop. Will you give us a review? We're trying to find that all the time to improve what we're doing. We've started to do micro workshops so that we get you information really quickly because you wanted that. And that's why we're doing it. So encourages continuous improvement. Yes, you know, as a teacher or as admins inside of any group, we should be trying to push you guys to be better, and we should be trying to hold you accountable for your own work, but we want you to talk about it. We want you to write, what have you done? What have you achieved? What is your big win? And, you know, guys, I don't know if in the chat there, you might want to put what was your last big win, you know, drop it in the chat. Always drop it in the chat. Every time you're in any of these things, you can say what you do in your business. People might be interested. Like Geraldine might be interested in what Nikki's doing, and Nikki might be interested in what our anchor's doing. If you're talking about it inside here, this is a community place where you can talk. So that is good. Continuous improvement. Impact on reputation. Attracts more students through positive reviews and word of mouth. And we're going to look at this a bit later with how you can get these kind of reviews. So that brings us on that. Have you got any points to bring up there, Kevin?
Yeah, I actually think the last few are really actually quite important. There are people that go out and they do course design work, right? So they'll design a course for you and you go off and you'll deliver it. But I'm of a firm belief that as a instructor, we should always be looking to evolve and make better what we've got. And David said, David and my styles of delivering workshops are normally quite different. So he likes to do the 3-4 hour block workshops, Sunday morning stuff, and goes through. I like the 30-minute chunks because I like to do it that way. But there's no right or wrong way with it. So I was just sort of thinking to myself when David was talking about this, you can create courses that deliver in multiple different ways the same information. And often we think laterally, we think very singular, as in, right, we're just going to do a course, each one will have a video, each one will have a worksheet. Well, there's nothing to say we can't break that workshop down, so we can take a video we've done and put it into 5-minute segments if that's what your audience wants. Or we can add just audio files into it and give them different options and evolve the course rather than have it done as it's always been done. And a lot of that will be driven by your community and being engaged with them, by them saying, I really like this, but it was a little bit long for me to go through that module. It was like an 1.5 hour module. Can we break that down a bit? Because if one person's thinking it, you guarantee someone else is thinking it. So, you know, it really helps you open your mind to the possibilities of what else, how else can you deliver the same information in a way that's suitable to more than one style of learning. And I think that then helps you become a better course creator, right? A better instructor, because if you instruct on anything, if I said to David, right, David, here's the technique, you go through A, B, C, D, he might sit there and go, right, I'm stuck on point C. So you'd have to go in and go, right, okay, let's reword how I've described to do point C to get you past that one. Right, so we're constantly having to do this, but you will never know you're getting it wrong or you need improvement until your community turns around and says, actually, that was good, but can you do it like this?
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Fantastic. Right, let's move on. And next one, this is over to you, Kevin.
Over to me. Discuss how community fosters a sense of accountability. So these are questions for you guys, I think. I'm going to ask it actually, because you're all in there chatting away. So now you've got your typing fingers on. Let's get into this. So how can community foster a sense of accountability? So put that into the chat for me. How have you experienced accountability by being inside either the Zenler community or another community? All right, so we won't just keep it focused on Zenler for now, but any community you're in, have you found that there's been a sense of accountability without someone getting a great big stick and bashing you with it? Put that in and I'll move on to the next one, then I'm going to come back to what you've typed. So social learning theory. Explain how social learning theory supports community-based engagement. David, what's social learning theory?
So social learning theory is learning off of other people. So we have it in the group all the time. It's when we come up with the default answers at Zenler. You just get Kevin posting there, doing it his way, or I do it my way, and that's our learning. But when you get into the community or the social learning theory of it, what you get is you get this different side of things. You get someone that's doing it slightly different, and that can be picked up by you guys. and maybe implemented into courses. So you can learn off of other people with the way that they're learning. So the way they're actually creating their learning experience, which might be different. So some people might take what you've done, take the transcript from what you've done, might turn it into a blog, might send it through Chat GPT to pull the answers they need out of your course in a different way than you've actually designed it to do, which is a little bit like what Kevin was talking about earlier, how you take information from other people. So that's what that is, and it's a big one because it is this kind of way that different people, different theories of how people take your course. Because no, people don't take it. Like you might think, oh, people are just, oh, they just go and watch the videos and then they work through that. But people work in quite different ways, and understanding how they work is part of social learning theory.
Yeah, cool. Okay. FOMO effect, keep typing in your accountability ones. I'm going to come back to that. So how community fosters a sense of accountability. Anything you've experienced, not implemented, but experienced, then put that in and we'll come back to that. So FOMO, we all know what FOMO is. So fear of missing out, how active communities create a desire to stay involved. I'll give you a really good example of this. For one of my own situations, when I used to run the 30-day blogging challenge, we used to have milestone trophies, digital trophies that were given out, and they used to be published in the community group. So it'd be, well done, you've done your first day's post. Well done, here's a trophy, you've done 7 posts in a row. Here, you've done really well, you've done 14 posts in a row. And people used to collect those little trophy stickers. They meant nothing, ultimately. They were a digital sticker. And the people that didn't get them used to really, really want them for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, because back then when we did it, they weren't really great, but they were really effective in people going, oh, I've only got another 2 days and then I get my trophy. And I've only got another 3 posts and I get my trophy. And people really wanted them. And then they'd go off on their own on social media and go, oh, I've just got this trophy and I'm in this challenge. And it works really, really well. And it's a good example of how, without really instigating anything and saying, oh, guys, you're missing out because you haven't done this and you haven't done that, it's a really good way of congratulating someone's progress whilst people watching are going, you know what, I haven't done that. I want that. Right. And we do have certificates in Zenler that you can use, but you can also create these things and put them into your own group. So think about how that might work for what you do. And then the last one, psychological aspects, explore the concept of belongingness and its impact on motivation. Well, we all want to feel like we belong somewhere, right? It's not a hard thing to work out. We want to feel comfortable in a community of like-minded people where we fit in, or people accept our quirkiness to not fit in but still fit in. And I think that for me probably sums it up quite nicely.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the same as everyone that goes in a community, but if you have a well-run community, and I think we get this really right at Zenler, we never did to begin with. When we first joined, David and I, there was a little bit of a disconnect going on in there, but we've worked really hard the last 2 years. So everybody, I think, feels that they belong and have a voice within our community. And I think that really helps people stay motivated rather than feeling they can't ask a question or they can't reply to something or they can't get involved in something because they'll feel silly or someone will point them out or anything like that. And in a good community, getting to the point where people feel like they should be there, that they do belong in that, they're in the right place for them, for where they are right now. I think it can't be overstated how important that is, because if you feel good about being somewhere, one, you want to go back there, right? How many communities do you not go back to because they're dead or they're boring or they're spammy or they're toxic or they're nasty? But how many communities do you go back to because you go, that's helpful, or I like it there, or I feel good going in there, or every time I go in there, I learn something new about something, or I have a nice conversation with someone. And that's really what that part really focuses on. So I think just think about that and think about your own. This comes down to your own experiences, because when you're building your community, you need to remember how you feel being in good and not so good communities, and how you want to replicate a good feeling community. But not only that it feels good for everyone, but it actually achieves the business objective. Because we've talked about this on Friday, we're talking about it today, the retention and all of that. Well, that retention turns into pound notes, right? Or dollars or euros or whatever currency you guys use. Because the more people stay with you, the more they'll look forward to maybe getting the next module on a course, staying with you for another month's membership, if you're doing memberships or any of that. If the community is not so good, they can't wait to get away. So they're never going to continue to invest in you as the course creator, leader of the community, instructor, whatever you want to describe yourself as. Probably all of those things.
Yeah, we've got quite a few questions coming, Kevin. I'll field them to you. Do you want to pop up? So we got some on the fosters a sense of, what was it? Fosters a sense of accountability. We've got Geraldine. Living water quilt helps quilters go from frustration to fabulous by helping. Oh, you've done like a pitch. Nice one, Geraldine. By helping them discover and develop two machines finishing techniques. My big win is taking my online community on a Caribbean cruise next month. How cool is that?
I wouldn't mind a Caribbean cruise. I might learn quilting just to do that.
Take us with you, Geraldine. Me and Kevin have got our suitcase packed. So Crystal saying accountability in a group where I got the training for free. I feel like I'm kind of obliged to react. Yeah, I don't know. That's a different. What do you think of that, Kevin?
In marketing, there's the thing called the law of reciprocity, right? So I give you something and you feel obliged to do something nice for me, right? And you sort of do that when you give free stuff away. I'll give you this free stuff and you're going to give something back to me. Normally it's an email address and a name and you're agreeing to go on our list, right? So that's a basic format of how the law of reciprocity works. If you take it onto a bigger scale, right, and you start looking at, okay, well, if you come and join my membership, I'm going to give you this, all for free, right? It's not for free because it's part of the membership and it's cost something. So you factor it into the cost of it. But the person receiving it feels some form of gratitude. So therefore they want to give back in whatever way they feel that is. So if, for example, we put on a lot of free workshops and we say to people coming onto this workshop, we put a lot of time and effort into it. We'd really love to see you there. We're going to help you by doing this. Some people will say, actually, it's really nice you've done that. I'm going to turn up and support you and help you because you've put the time in to do this for us for free. So that's sort of how that works. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's obliged. I mean, I hate to think that I can understand there are lots that do make you feel obliged. I'd hate to think that we do that as Zenler. We give you the option, you can do it or you don't do it. Generally, but we do use the FOMO technique here. So these things are combined. We do remember right at the beginning I said to you I use FOMO straight away. People that are in this live will receive the Canva templates. People that are not jumped in here live will not. So I was using it there. And I think, at Zenler, we do actually do the things that we talk about here. We're using them all the time and it's picking up on them. But you're not obliged to do anything. You're not obliged to do the post that you're going to do later. We make it really easy and we teach you how to do it, which is also educational, but you're not obliged to do it. People can do it or they don't do it. The people that do it could win a prize. So again, FOMO again. We're using it in a few different places, but we do it in a soft way. We don't force you to do it. You don't have to do it.
No, you do have to be careful with this stuff. And using words like obliged or you feel compelled or any of those types of things to do anything, you shouldn't really feel that strongly. That's quite a strong emotion. Feeling that you owe that much to someone, that you have to do something, and being obliged to do it means you don't actually really want to do it. Right, so I don't think that would be right. But if it's something that's quick and easy, as in like my example with the opt-in, right, that is part of that, we give you this, you give us that, right? That's what happens. So, but that doesn't make you feel anything negative towards that. That's just doing a transaction. That's just making you give something back for receiving something. But you know, don't oblige is probably quite a strong word. Maybe you didn't mean it quite like that. I don't know. But you know, we want people to come here because you feel the need and desire to want to maybe up your game a little bit with what you're trying to do, and we're here to help that and facilitate that. And you know, we do it because we, you know, a lot of this education stuff that we do in Zenler, we've never been mandated to do it. That was never really the education team's focus originally. It was more about, here's the system, this is how you use it. And what we've done is we've recognised over, David and I have done this, what, 5 years now, 6 years, something like that. We've recognised that there was a shortfall, not in the technical side of stuff, as in what button do I press to do stuff, but actually, how do I go about even thinking of what a lead magnet is? How do I go about putting a webinar together? I don't know what content to put in there. Well, that doesn't fall under a software company's remit to teach you that, but we do it because we want you to be successful and not get stuck. So, but that's a choice whether you get involved in that or not, right? You can, there's lots of people that just completely ignore all of the workshops that we do, and that's absolutely fine, because they might be doing it elsewhere. That's fine. But we also get thousands of people that come through and do watch it and implement it and are very grateful that it's available to them, you know. So, but we don't make people feel bad if they can't do it. You know, you've got the time and you desire, or you haven't. That's it.
Yeah, so we have a few more questions coming in here, but we're running a little bit short on time. Guys, I just want to tell you, there's going to be a blog post on this, so we're each going to take the transcripts. I know Nikki and Geraldine have put questions, some questions in there answering, but we're going to do a blog post on this anyway. So a whole blog post is going to go out. We're also going to do the replays, and if there are any questions we need to answer, we might do additional stuff as well. Okay, so don't feel that we're missing you out or anything. That's the last thing we want to do. It's just we are pushed for time. We've got quite a bit of stuff to cover. So I'm going to now move on, guys, to the next bit. And, oh, it's nice from Brenda. I love your generosity of helpful content. She's talking to you, Kevin, not me. I'm working towards masters.
Oh, hang on, no. Where have I gone? Oh, it's not me.
Right, okay, back to the share, guys. So I'm going to talk through the next one. We've got a little video to watch for 8 minutes. This is quite an interesting one. We're actually going to look at, I did some things on purpose this morning on our Facebook group, and the reason I did it was I wanted to show them in the video that you're going to see when we look through this next slide. So and this one here is strategies for boosting engagement through community, boosting engagement participation. So regular community events discuss ideas for future meetups, Q&A sessions and challenges, such as like we do here at Zenler. User generated content, so encourage members to contribute to increase the engagement, and you'll see this happening. I actually shared a post that was done, and it was really good. It was by one of our members, but it was on her private feed, and she put it, and it was really relevant to our group, so I posted it in there. You're going to see this in a second. Gamification and recognition. You'll see in our Facebook group that there are people in there, group experts. We've given them those badges. We've also given you badges for things like top contribution and things like that. Again, gamification. The gamification is something that's going to come into the Zenler platform as well, because we know it's quite important. We've already got sort of recognition by giving people certificates and things like that, but we're going to really ramp up the gamification once the platform has got 2 of the major updates going in. Okay, so peer-to-peer support, so highlight benefits of creating a cultural mutual assistance. So you might find someone that's springs to mind is Jackie Footman, who is into doing EFT. She actually is high up in it, and she trains a lot of people to teach using EFT. And in the past, I've had people that are doing EFT, I've introduced them to each other to help them, and they've really come back and thanked me for it, even though I'm just saying, meet her, she does this, did it. This is why it's really important, like when you guys are putting in there what you do, what I asked you right at the beginning, what do you do? And the people that put what they did in there I already knew, because they already post, but you guys that haven't posted in there, I don't know what you do. Okay, so by actually telling us all the time, it sticks in my head. And when it sticks in my head, if someone's doing something similar, I say, oh, have you talked to this lady, or have you talked to that guy? You know, I did it the other day with Harry Ranveer and Amit Aurora. Amit's very active on our group. Harry did a workshop for us. I know that they've got a lot of stuff in common, and I introduced them. Okay, so we do that here at Zenler. And you should be doing this with your community as well. So this peer-to-peer support can be really, really powerful and can grow massively. Don't know what's going to happen next year with Harry and Amit, you know? Don't know. We'll find out. So this is quite important. So now what I want to do is I'm going to throw a video in, and it's 8 minutes long, and it just talks about our Facebook group and things that you could do for your community that we are already actively doing. And like I said, I put some stuff up this morning purposely because I wanted to show it in this community video. So watch this, guys, and we'll come back and Kevin will run through the next slide. Hi guys, so what I want to do is I want to tell you all about how you can use lots of different types of posts to cause interactivity and engagement inside of your Facebook group or your group in general. It doesn't just apply to Facebook. So some of the things are specifically for Facebook, but there's other features in other platforms that you can tap into as well. So if we look down here, you're going to see that you can raise awareness by doing little posts like this. So in our case, we've asked people to submit their URLs so that we can put them on our showcase site. But it's a way of getting interactivity, and you can already see we've got posts starting to populate inside of our Facebook group. Now, I did some of these posts this morning specifically for this workshop, but it's all important information and data, which brings us on to polls. So you can see here we've got a poll running where we've asked our audience what's their biggest challenges, what are they having problems with. We get data from this and we know kind of what workshops to run or what people are going to be interested in and what we can sell them further on. So this information is really, really important. It's like a survey, it's a poll on what your audience wants. It's like free marketing. You know, we've got a free marketing group that are telling us that research and marketing really important. So you can see here that we've got marketing to the right audience has got 71, and we've got down here on creating high quality content efficiently it's 28%. So we have technical aspects of the platform 0, which for us as educators is really good because we know we're doing our job well. So down here we've also shared someone else's post. This is one of our users and she did a really good post, so we decided to share it. So think about sharing other people, other members of the community. If they're posting privately and you're friends with them, you're going to see that come up and you think there's a good post in there, put it into your community group. It makes that person feel extra special, and it also makes people see that person and maybe even connect and network with them, and it's a really good idea to do. So what I want to bring you on now is things to raise awareness as far as you're running live events. Running a live event inside of your group can be really good because not all group members might be part of your course or your membership. They might have just joined to find out more. So you need to give those people awareness. Remember, you want to grow your business. You don't just want people in your business that are already members, okay? Because that's a time waste in a way. Well, I don't mean it that way, but I mean it's kind of like you're not making any more money from them. So new people that are coming in, you're actually making money from them. So you should keep them aware and keep that churn coming in of those new users as well. So if we look, we have in here, you're going to see that we schedule posts. So this is something you can do in advance. So you can create some course cards in Canva, and we do give you a free Canva template. So you can use that as a base or you can create your own. But you can see here, we have a 5-day countdown, and we do this quite a lot. We do countdowns coming up to live events, and we've got this Black Friday event coming up, and we have a countdown on here. Now, we also had a countdown on the community as well, and we make sure that we send out email blasts telling people about all the workshops. This is all part of the community thing to tell people to create awareness of what's going on your site. It's really important. So I'm going to jump into the Canva template now, and I'm just going to show you some ideas that you could use for getting more engagement on your audience. So let's look at this one. This is a really good one. So while you're running a workshop, this is what we're going to do today. We're going to get you guys to post this course card that we're going to give you. It's the first slide inside the Canva template. And we want you to post, and we're even going to show you how to post and what to post, because we're going to give you a prompt in ChatGPT. Okay, that's coming up. So if we click next, you're going to see that we've got other ones here to post. Tell us how much you love our training. This is like getting testimonials from people, text testimonials. This really helps your business, and it's done in a very fun, light way. If we move on, we can also say to people, give us video testimonials. So give us a video testimonials. Tell us how much you love us. So these are kind of things that you can implement. Now, do you love us? Tell us how much. Give us a testimonial, comment below. So comment below. So again, this is testimonial. We're trying to get engagement. We're trying to get people talking about how good the course or membership is that we're running. And doing these is quite good. Change them up a bit, make them colorful like this, and you'll get that engagement coming through. So we've got also here, look, for our showcase site, we've got a backlink for free on our showcase site, so people can go to our showcase site and they can see their site there, and we link to their site. So this is another thing that we've done as well. Submit your site now, and this, you'll see this on our Facebook group. Okay, so across here you've got what would you like to see? We need your opinion. So these are opinion posts where you're asking people to actually comment and write what they want to see inside your membership or courses. This again is very, very important. Use positive words like join the group, share your ideas, make your voice heard, and comment. So these are good. Here we go. We've got a countdown timer template. This is all part of the free giveaway that we're giving you. So you can use this, and you can just change the 5 to a 4 to a 3 to a 2, and then you can output that and do that as a scheduled post for your next live event. You want to be doing these things, not just post it once and then hope it happens. You can use a lot of these graphics again, and you can repost them to things like Instagram or TikTok or even YouTube, okay, to create a YouTube short. Going through it, we've got welcome new tribe members. You'll see that we do this inside Zenler. So new members coming into our group, we do a welcome, and we put a post there with all of our members that have joined. So let's achieve more together. Okay, this kind of thing. So this brings us to the end of this bit. But as you can see, this can be really, really powerful for you guys. So have a look at what we're doing in our group, and then it will kind of make sense to you how you could implement some of these things yourself inside of your community that you are building. Guys, always just share my screen again. Make sure you're pinning stuff to featured, okay? So these are events and things that go on, because feature appears inside here as well, and people can scroll through and see what you have actually done as a feature. And this is really important. You can also see the events that are coming up in the event field as well. So make sure you're setting your events up so people know. If you go into our events, you're going to see inside here we have all our events, so people know what's going on inside of here. And you can see we've got them all listed down here. We've got Harry's past events. We've also got future events coming in here. You're going to see the Black Fridays in there. It's already prepared. It's already on there. It's already waiting. People can already see it. We've done it well ahead of schedule. Notice that we don't do it on the day that we're going to do it. We make sure that we're leaving ourselves the most time possible, like 3 weeks out. We might even do it, you know. So 2 weeks is good, but when you're starting to push 1 week, it's getting a bit close. Okay, so make sure that you are scheduling these events so that people can see them in your community, okay, or you're outreaching, and follow that up with an email when it gets nearer the time. That's definitely something to do. Now, of course, post engagement is massive, so people are putting things in here, and lots of people are commenting and helping the community in general. So really cool. So these are just some ideas that you can take away and you can use for your business. Also, remember, competitions are another massive one as well. Okay, so competitions play a big part. So if you want to do some giveaways for a competition, then if the budget allows, then you can. But you can give away things like free Canva templates like we do. Costs you nothing, takes a few minutes to make, and you have a free giveaway to give in the workshop. Make sure that you do tell people that if you attend this workshop, you will receive a Canva template from us giving you XYZ. Okay, so guys, hope you've enjoyed this, and that's a little bit about the sort of thing that you can post in your groups to drive engagement and retention. So, guys, that was a little bit there about different ways that we use Facebook, and that should help you. And that little slide deck you saw there, that will be given to you in a minute with the Canva template. So, we're going to jump back into the presentation now, and Kevin's up.
I'm here, I'm up. Right, okay. Boosting engagement. Onboarding and welcome processes. Discuss strategies for integrating new members into the community. Now, we do talk about onboarding when people go into our course areas, but what do we do when we onboard people via our community? So at Zenler, we do it two ways. We have a weekly post that comes up that welcomes them, tags them, and it just sort of, it is exactly what it is. It's a welcome post. Hi, you've just joined, it's really good to see you here. It not only makes them feel included and noticed, but it also allows the rest of the community to know we've got new people coming in. This is a growing community. Go and look at these people. Maybe you want to jump on and welcome them as well, you know, and just look out from, if they're posting, that they might be people that don't really know their way around, which sort of leads us on to the next part of our onboarding, which is we do this well, not as a community, but we do it on a one-to-one basis at Zenler. So new people coming in, we will onboard them if they become a paid member. But we do in office hours, in a way, onboard people, because we make sure that throughout the course of the month, we show them around. We show them all of the aspects that we've got as educators for Zenler that they can access. So think about your welcome processes. Don't let them come into a community and be ignored. It probably won't go too well. Continuous value creation. Explain how ongoing community activities can provide long-term value. David's just gone through a lot of that, talking about all the polls we can create, the questions we can ask, the educational content we can put out, how we can promote and highlight certain members doing stuff that looks cool, that's really good. Maybe some of their successes. We've done that many times in the past, or even just get people that are in the community on screen with you and get them involved within what you're doing in the community, highlight them, elevate them through that community. So that's really helpful. Personalization and segmentation, explore ways to create targeted experiences within the larger community. And we do this by doing things like this, right? So we've took you from the Facebook community, although this is being streamed in there, and you've come into a little Zoom live where we've got your own little community running through this workshop. So we've took you from a large community, i.e. the Zenler Facebook group, you've come into a smaller community where there's 20 something of you in here at the moment. They're all chatting away, sharing what you're doing. You'll probably remember 3 or 4 names within the chat here as we go through. And then be active posting to your community. And this is, I learned this rule a long time ago when I looked at how community management actually worked. And what happens is, if you're an absent community leader, what will happen is someone will take that title and run with it. So if you build a community, there's 100 people in there, you don't post anything, you don't do anything, you're not seen in that community, what happens is somebody else will step into that breach and they will go, they won't ask permission, they won't claim themselves to be a community manager in there or anything like that. They will just take up answering the questions, posting up helpful stuff, and they will be seen more than you will be seen. So by actively posting to your community, not only reinforces you as the leader of the community, but it also allows other people to come and help, but with less pressure. So it just creates a very clear structure behind the community without you having to say, I'm the leader here, you've all got to listen to me. I don't think we've ever said any of that. Any of the team have ever said that in our community. We just turn up regularly, we do our things, you all get to know us over a period of time. And because we do it every week, everybody's in there normally once a week as a minimum, doing some form of live in the community group. You all get to know us, right? And by doing that, that just does its thing, but you all know that we're about. So active posting in the community, as long as it's valuable, right? I will tag that bit on. Don't just post for the sake of posting. post something to a plan, make sure that it's useful and helpful to people. Don't just post stuff because you think, oh, I haven't posted for 2 months, I better just go on and say, hi everyone, come and say hi, and then I'm going, because it doesn't really mean anything. Make sure it's useful what you're putting in there, that if you were to see it, would you stop and go, I'm glad I come here because that was helpful.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
that's it, isn't it? If you're going in a group and you see really posts that are giving you some sort of value, then you're gonna go in there, and it's making it something that's going to be that you want to. It's hard because you've got to sometimes write something to try and get people's interest to write back, because you want that engagement. So it can be value where someone's just taking something away, but they're not actually engaging with the post. So you've got to get that balance of engagement as well as giving them value as well. I think that's important. And going back to personalization and segmentation, as Kevin was saying, that's what we've done here, but we don't just do that. There are a few other groups that we have set up because of workshops that we've run. So we have actually targeted some of you guys that are into marketing, and we've got a little marketing group set up. Like Kevin's got a membership one set up for him, that he maintains and he looks after. And this is a kind of segmentation inside of the group, because the group is everything. You cover everything, and sometimes people want specific things. And so if we've got the smaller ones inside, it can help you as well. So obviously we've got a team of people here, guys. We don't expect you to be setting up multiple groups to target these niches, because it would be unmanageable. And I think that's a very big thing that you guys need to think about, is time management with running a membership. But like Kevin just said, you want to be in there and you want to be the one that is posting consistently. And it's, this is not brain surgery, guys. We say the same thing with social channels. Any social channels, consistency is key for results. It can take a while, it can take a long time to grow your audience. But once you've got them, you're just adding to them. And that's a good thing. So brilliant one, Kevin, that. So let's move on to this one now. So here we go. We have a free asset sheet for you. So I'm going to come back to main stage so I can grab this off the thing, and I'm not going to, nothing's going to explode. So we have this free Canva template for you guys. So all those ones you saw in that little presentation, you can use those and you can use them as they are inside there. Okay, so grab that link, look at it later. You've got a template there. You can swap your images out inside and you can have fun with it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go into a quick screen share, because we're going to want you to do something. The first slide of that slide deck, okay, we want you to download this onto your desktop. We want you to do it now. I don't know if I can attach it in here. I think I can. I can attach it in the group as well for you guys that haven't got. This will be easier for you. Make life so easy for you. There you go. There's the actual image. So you can right hand click and save that. You can download that to your desktop. And we're going to want you to do something. We're going to want you to post to the event. So inside of our event that's going on at the moment, inside the Facebook group, that's facebook.com/groups/new Zenler beta. And inside there, we've got our little event going on and we're live. I can see some comments have gone in there, which is fantastic. There you are, we're live. We want you to post that image inside here, but don't do it yet, because I've got another thing that I'm going to want you to do. I have got a nice little script for you. Let me just throw up this bit here. I'm going to go into presentation mode. Sorry, I'm jumping around a bit here, but I have to, because otherwise it won't be seen. Okay, here we go. Right, so inside here, we're going to give you 2 minutes. So you've got that image. Download that image now, guys. Give us a yes if you've downloaded the image and you've got that on your desktop and it's ready to grab. Yay, fantastic. Oh, you guys. Superb. All right, so you've got it. So I've got Anna and Nikki. Not all of you, this right? You don't have to do this. You're not obliged to. We're just showing you. So what I've got here is we've got 2 prompts, okay? So here we've got a prompt 1, which I've just gone the wrong way with. And here it is here. I'm going to give you this prompt inside of the chat. You can take this and you can put it into ChatGPT. And I'm going to take you through it. So I'm going to put that in there now. I'm going to come back off screen share. Whoa, this is a complex one. So let me grab that one of those. We've got 2 prompts in there. Guys, we're going to be giving away this stuff to you. We're going to be giving you this slide deck afterwards for you to look through and do this stuff, okay? Now, if you've got ChatGPT, who's got ChatGPT? If not, if you haven't got ChatGPT, you can just write one quickly, okay? But if you haven't, and this is the first time you've seen anyone using this, then you're going to love it, because that little prompt that I'm about to put into the group, I'm going to show you what you need to do. All right, so I hope it's long enough. Okay, got ChatGPT. Okay, let me just put that prompt into here. Okay, that's the prompt. Copy that prompt and follow along. Okay, so I'm in ChatGPT. I'm going to set up a new thread here, and we're going to drop in that pasted copy. Okay, that's my pasted copy in there that you can see. And what we're going to do is we're going to create our little testimonial, or our little thank you for running the workshop. So you could put bad things in here, but I hope that you're going to put good things. All right. Right. Completely dog training. You might want to do this later. All right. So I'll pick the topic of dog training. Okay. So actually, Kate, what is your name? Because I can't keep calling you completely canine dog training. It's a good plug. Carla. Okay, Carla, we're going to use you as a guinea pig. Okay. Give me, right. So what we're going to do is wherever you see these little brackets here, okay, we're going to put in what you do. So tell us what you do. Paste that into the chat. So you might want to name what the name of your business. So you might want to say dog training at Canine Dogs Academy. Put that in there, Carla. I'm going to follow it through. And this prompt, when we've done it, is going to generate our little thing for us. Yeah, on this chat, Carla. Sorry, I should be specific. You've put it on the Facebook group, probably. It's all right, you're plugging. And you guys can do exactly the same. So you get that copy ready, go in ChatGPT, drop that in there, and in the topic, you're going to name it what it is. So like if I was doing this for Zenler, my business, which is an online course platform. So we can change it a little bit, but I'm going to, do you know what? I'll just do it, Carla. Let me fill out, just pretend this one's for you, okay? So I'm going to go, my business, which is in training dogs at, let's put K9 completely K9 dog training. Okay, right, so that's what I'm going to do in the first bit. Now point 1, 2 and 3 is what you like about the workshop. So all we need to do here is just put what you like to do. So you might say inspires me. Okay, now if you get spelling slightly wrong, ChatGPT sorts it out, which is really cool. Inspires me to get going. Then I'm going to put a little hyphen between that, and you could just put a comma if you want to. ChatGPT will sort it out. Motivates me to take action. And you can do as many as these as you like, okay? And then we're going to say great freebies, all right? So you can put anything you like about what we're doing in this workshop. Okay, so that's all we need to do. The last thing we need to do is my website address is, and this is for you guys, right? You need to make sure this is right. Carla, can you put your website address inside the chat? or I'll just make one up. I'm pushing you to go fast on your phone. There you go. Super speed. So inside the URL, we're going to put it over, replace the brackets here, and we're just going to put https // and then your URL www.ckdk down in there. Right, okay, now we're going to generate this. Let's click generate. And now ChatGPT will give us our little testimonial that we're going to go. So it's going, here we go. It's done it all for us. Take action. It's going to put in all the words that you put. Take action, amazing freebies, feeling excited with the tools, motivation. It's used all of those words. So now all you've got to do is take this, copy it, come into our Facebook group here. You just need to paste it in here like this, okay? And then add that image. So attach that image. I'm not going to do it because that'll be me, all right? So there we go. And then I would go open, and then I would hit there. So you've generated something in there, okay? So let me just get out of that. So guys, do that now and see how you get on. And inside the Canva sheet, we've got 2 different prompts in there. So we'll be giving these out. It's just for something for you to look at, and we'll give all this stuff out at the end of the sessions. All right, guys? So I got our anchor in here, sending me a message as well. So do that. Let us know when you've done it. Click yes, put yes in the chat. If you don't feel obliged, if you don't want to do this, don't feel obliged. You don't have to, okay? But if you do, again, there might be prizes for you when we finish the last of the community workshops, and we've got one more coming up, and then we've got a special bonus one that we're going to tell you all about a little bit later. I will do it later, but I have multitasking, have burnt something on the stove. Okay, all right. Sorry. Okay, so try and do it later. I'll try and start getting the replays up. So I'm going to send a link out to the replay page where you guys can carry on. So can you send the link of the page to post it? It's in the event, it's in our Facebook group page, and you'll see that we're in an event there. So we're running it, and I've actually put it into featured as well. I've pinned it to features, so you'll see it in there as well. So you can put it in there. So yeah, absolutely, inside this event. So even if the event's finished and you want to do it later, you can put it in there. As long as you're part of the group, then you'll be able to get into that group. All right, so right, so it's a challenge, but you know, we've got to push you guys to do this stuff. And what we're trying to do here is, again, and we did this yesterday, is we're trying to get engagement on a post, and this is the stuff that you should be doing. Okay, so you could say, well, post on there, and after the event I'll send anyone who posts on my live, I'll send you the Canva link. We've given it to you before, but I could say I'll send it to you if you post on the group, you know. And this is a way of getting people to actively post and get engagement going on your post. Now, this is what you can do on social channels as well to try and get people commenting. You'll see it a lot where people can win big prizes if they comment or they use your hashtag or they tag you in and things like this. And this is a way of prompting people to do it. And this is the key to driving engagement inside some of the posts, not all of them, but some of the posts. So what you're seeing when you're actively taking part in is engagement for this community. You are actively supporting this community. When you do go in there and you post this, by the way, guys, also give us a like. What we tend to get is a lot of people posting comments, but they're not hitting the like button. Now, for us, engagement is really important. It shows where we are. When we look at the analytics, we see which posts are engaged, and we do pay a lot of attention to them. And me and Kevin's task with this workshop was try to get maximum engagement on our workshop that we're running here, because it pushes, and we're trying new things out. So we try new things out with you guys. You're guinea pigs for all of these community sessions, but trust me, it will be worth it when we get to our bonus 4th lesson. All right, I won't say any more about that. So not too bad. Did you follow along with that, Kevin, or was it not clear enough?
Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, they just need a little bit of time, I think, because they've got to go off and change screens, and some people are on mobile, so which is fair enough. So just come back to it later and do it. But it's not in the events area you need to go. David's talking about the live that's in the Facebook feed. I think there was a bit of confusion. They thought that you was sending them to the event.
I think that was me. I think I said it. I said the wrong thing.
So it's the live that's been pinned to featured. So go and stick it in there. I mean, I would take a completely different approach, and I just wouldn't say anything until you'd all go and click like on Facebook, and just wait. And then probably you'd all leave, and then I'll be talking to myself. So should I do that? I'm not going to say anything until you've all gone over there and click like. Right, go.
Yeah, well, you know, this is another thing as well. When you're running these lives, you've got to be like, you've got to be very gentle, because like when you're asking people, especially like people using mobile phones and tablets and things like this, where you can't see what you're seeing. So like how I might take this is like, it's not hard because I'm in front of a big monitor. But there's you guys that are on phones, or there's you guys that are on tablets, or you might be on a train or something, and then it becomes a little bit harder. Yeah, you know, it can become then hard, and sometimes we take it that everybody's doing the same as us. It's a common thing to think. I mean, an example of really craziness was Harry's workshop, and I keep mentioning it because he was getting people to do things, and he was getting them to just do so much. And I could tell that people, because we've done this so long with you guys, we know that it's just going to be too much, and you're going to need to catch up on the replay. So that's something to bear in mind as well. When you're running these workshops, don't try and get people to do too much. Try and make it simple. I was trying to make it simple by giving you the image, giving you a prompt to go in there, but maybe the better way would be just post that image and say how much you like the workshop. But we're training you as well. So I'm showing you ChatGPT and how to create prompts and how to use those prompts to your benefit. And you can use those same methods to create your own copy for your site. So we're always trying to teach you as we go through as well. So we are on the last slide, so I'll quickly share it. You don't need to disappear there, Kevin, because we are on to the Q&A and general thoughts, where we open up all the cameras to you guys, so you can have your say and you can ask whatever you like. So let me just
put the link to the right Facebook group, because I know someone was saying that Sophia thought she's been in the wrong group, so I'll put the Facebook link up there again.
Oh, fab. Oh, in another group. Post it to another group. That's good for us.
Yeah, if you're not with the post, just click that link, find the featured post, which will be at the very top of the group, and just hit like. Just do that for now, because that's really easy to do.
Yeah. Do what you like, really, guys. You know. Right. Okay. We've got Bent up. Do you want to ask a question? You should be able to unmute yourself. I'm going to turn on. Anna's back. Hi, Anna. Good to see you. So you guys can all unmute yourself now. But I know Bent's got one. So how do you pronounce your name? Is it Bent or Burnt?
Bent Rune. But I've stayed in England a couple of years in my young days, and they just called me Ben.
Oh, Ben. Ben's good. Yeah, Ben's good. Excellent.
I have actually a general new Zenler question, if that is okay, or should it be restricted to communities today?
We are talking about communities, but what is the aspect of it?
No, it was more about, well, one was around the payment processors, and what was the other one?
Okay, it's outside of that. Ben, can you send me a PM and we'll deal with it. I'll give you the resources to where to go. So it's david@zenler.com, or you can find me in the group and just PM message me and we can talk about it. I can tell you exactly where to go.
Lovely. I think that is a great way to do it. And then I don't have a question about the communities, but I want to say one more time how much I appreciate these sessions. And I have been to a lot of paid training in this, but you guys are really giving high value here. This is very hands-on. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Always a pleasure. Anyone got a question? You can just turn your mics off or on, I should say. Anna's always got a question. And Crystal, hi, it's good to see you, Crystal. Have we got any questions? Anything coming in on the chat? In a general post on the
We're
group.
just struggling to post in the group, so just give the pinned post a like. That'll do for now. Don't stress over it. It's not life and death stuff here, right? It's a post in a group.
It is. Right. So guys, I mean, if you've got any questions, you can ask us. This is the Q&A part of it. We will be running the last session on, when is it, Kevin? So I think it's Friday, isn't it?
3 o'clock.
Friday, yeah. Friday, 3 o'clock. And we are covering opportunities for networking and collaboration, which brings us to the end of the workshop. So this is what we'll be covering next time, guys. It's all about opportunities for network and collaboration, which is quite a big thing, you know. So that's going to be great for us. If you've got any questions, you can ask. I posted the text. Anna's done her bit. Fantastic. All right, guys, we're going to end it now. You've got your templates, yeah? I will be sending out at the end of this, when we finish on the Friday, there's going to be an email that goes out to you that gives you all of this templates. Okay, we'll send out a PDF to you, and we'll also give you the template link in Canva so that you could manipulate this and take this. You could take the text out, take it into things like ChatGPT, and start asking it to break it down into easier modules for you to absorb as well. I might even show you how to do that on Friday as a bonus. We do have one more. We can't really, can we give anything away on session 4 where our journey kind of ends?
Not
Kevin?
really.
No, we can't.
Just gonna have to be patient. We've got there's actually quite a few things coming up this month that we just can't talk about. It's just you're going to have to wait for them to be released, and there'll be announcements and there'll be all sorts of things going on. So the thing is, if we unravel one end of it, then it suddenly all unravels, and that's not fair.
No, and we've probably given too much away already.
Probably. Zenler's bought ChatGPT. No, it hasn't. No, it really hasn't. Take that back. Cut.
Yeah, so it's going to be good though. When it comes out, it's going to be great. So the other thing is that we do have a lot of other stuff running, and we were talking about earlier in the month, we've got Harry's workshops already run. We're running this. We've also got a massive thing that's going to be really beneficial for you for Black Friday. So you guys that want to get prepared for Black Friday, Kevin's put together an amazing program that's going to be good for you. I'm co-hosting on that one, so I will be I'll be building it. So I'll be showing you how to build it in a nice, easy way using Zenler, and we'll also be adding an upsell to it as well. So Kevin's got all that sorted out. He's already talked about it a little bit.
Upsell from us. That's not us selling you anything, by the way.
Yeah, it's free. No, it's not from us. We're not upselling. It's your own. Be your own giveaway, and then you can then have your own upsell on your own course. So Kevin's put all that together, and he'll talk about it nearer the time because we've still got lots of promotions to go out. But there's lots of stuff going on. If you look, the lead generation that we did in September, the blog's up for that. So if you go to newzenler.com/blog, you're going to find that the lead generation blog post is in there. Plus there's a playlist to all of the videos. So if any of you guys want to get better at marketing your courses or your membership, you should check out those, because each of those videos is self-contained. Both Kevin did one on SEO, I did one on YouTube in there. Mammy runs most of them. She did an amazing job, and they're all self-contained workshops that will really help your business. So definitely have a look, see what piques your interest and watch it, because they are self-contained. And with Mammy, she was even giving away lots of templates and things like that. And you'll find those templates, because the videos are on there, you'll find those templates inside the blog post, okay? So use the blog post that's got the videos in there, and then pick up any templates that Mammy's giving you in there as well. I don't think me and Kevin gave any templates when we ran ours, did we? We're so bad.
You know what? The thing is, it's easy to give lots of stuff away, and what happens is people tend not to use it. Sometimes you've got to go and create and get familiar yourselves with stuff. And, you know, it's going to be different for the Black Friday deal, because I've created something for you that I'm going to make you sell it, right? This is not a giveaway thing. This isn't you give it away to your people, or I'm not going to give it to you, right? You have to sell it. That's the deal with coming on that workshop, right? If you have no intentions of making any money, then don't come on it, right? I don't want you there. If you don't want to make money, don't come on it. If you want to make some money, come on the Black Friday one, and in 3 days, I will give you something that will be completely customized for your business, up for sale, and you will make money. But if you don't want money, just don't bother, right? That easy.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, so you're obliged, okay? You're obliged to make money with that workshop. So it's going to be really fun as well. I've got a few little tricks that I'm going to put in when we do actual build of it. And you've got the opportunity inside the workshop to ask me how I'm doing things as I'm doing them as well, which is going to be really priceless for you, because you can understand and see every step of me producing it for you. I'm going to be running really quick with it because, you know, Kevin's got a lot to talk about anyway on his things. I'm just doing the build and I'm just supporting Kevin. So Kevin tells me to do something and I will be doing it for that workshop, but stay tuned. So we'll see you on Friday. Guys, you can always get in contact with me. Anything's not clear about what we talked about, or if you want to know anything, you can always contact me on the Facebook group, or you can send me an email. So guys, really good to see you, and take care, yeah? Bye.
See you later.